The hour mark in the capital of Azerbaijan. Wales trailing in their opening game at Euro 2020.
Plenty of time left, Nige. We're obviously 1-0 down. You're thinking you can't afford to lose the first game. Would a draw be okay? Not a disaster, 1-1. But if we go for it now and give another goal away by going for it, then the points are gone probably. So Hagee has to earn his money now. He has to stand everything tactically. When do I make a change? What do I do? And who do I bring on?
Walar was headed off towards this near side, so Switzerland will defend this corner kick with only 10 players. James in towards the 6-yard area, headed away though, but the shot will be fired back in by Ben Davies, and it's rising too high, but it took a deflection and Wales have another corner.
It's obviously got blocked, but do you know when the ball was on its way, Nigel? I thought it was Bale it dropped to on his left foot, but it was Ben Davies. And it's a block. It's going in.
Just glanced the shoulder of McCanny on the way through. And James will try again on this near side. Wales trailing with 61 minutes played. Dan James in the corner, which is poor, far too deep. And it will bobble away where Xhaka has time to control in the right-back area and play the ball forward for Switzerland. And very quickly they've got white shirts moving forward towards the Wales goal. But Rodriguez with a pass which is intended for Shaqiri, but cut out by Davies. Now Joe Allen for Wales. Wide to the far side, picked up by Bale in the central area. Bale looking to take them all on, but in the end the challenge comes in for McCanny. Both players crumple to the turf and Switzerland come away with the ball. Gareth Bale at the moment has the air of a man looking to get involved to really help his country out by moving into that more central area. But here is a ball on the move once again. Excellent challenge this time from Mepham, and sliding in on Freuler is Roden to complete the clearance for Wales. Now Morel, wide on the far side, finding Roberts. Wales looking to overload the left here with both Ramsey and James, and Allen finds Ramsey. James looking with intent down the left-hand side. Ramsey, though, checks back in field, and the option was James on 2 or 3 occasions there, but he chose not to try and find him. Here is Mepham inside the centre circle. Now Bale once again, finding Morel. Conor Roberts is brought into the play down the right-hand side. And this is the best pressure that Wales have enjoyed in the game so far. But they trail by a goal to nil as James gathers again down the left-hand side, checking in field beyond Mbabu, who comes in with a challenge. And it's a free kick for Wales. It will be a yellow card for Kevin Mbabu. And once again, Dan James causing havoc and drawing the yellow card and giving Wales a free kick in a dangerous area. It's not even a foul. I think it's just the fullback making a tackle. His follow-throughs probably took Dan James out, but it's a bit harsh for me, that. It's a fullback, he's trying to stop the winger. He sticks his leg out, gets the ball first. His follow-throughs hit Dan James, but harsh. Aaron Ramsey is over the free kick. It's in almost exactly the same position from the previous one in the first half, which Gareth Bale took, following that challenge by Cher on James, which also resulted in the yellow card. Wales conceding from a set piece. Can they respond with one here? Gareth Bale is the closest player to Aaron Ramsey inside the penalty area. Keeper Moore has dropped back towards the far post. It's Ramsey who flights it in towards that far post, and he goes all the way through. Nobody got the touch. Only about a couple of yards wide in the end of the far post, but it bounces hard onto that green carpet behind that goal for a goal kick.
That's a great ball, Aaron Ramsey, in swinging right foot from the left-hand side. It looked like a glance, and it's a goal. And it's skimmed past the face of the goal with no one touching it.
Great support from the Wales fans at the moment away to our left-hand side. But their team are trailing with 64 minutes played on Euro Game Day Live on Talk Sport, but they've been much more of a feature in the last 10 minutes or so. James, back towards Davies, down the Wales left, and infield to Roden. Wales need to try and get Ramsey and Bale a lot closer to Kiefer Moore, as Moore now controls the ball. He's challenged from behind by Shen. No free kick given. Here is Shaqiri for Switzerland, finding Mbolo, breaking into the penalty area left-hand side. Seferovic was waiting for the early cross, but it was a shot from Mbolo, and it was inches wide of that far post.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. You let the ball go into Shaqiri in the pocket, he turns. The two strikers peel down the sides of the centre-backs, and Mbolo comes back in on his right foot, tries to bend it in the far corner, just wide. I think Danny Ward would have saved it.
Change for Switzerland. Denis Zakaria is coming on to replace Xherdan Shaqiri.
He's not happy. He's shaking his head, walking off. I think the manager's what he said, they 1-0 up, and Babu's just gone and played like a normal right back now. He's not bombing on like he was in the first half.
Shaqiri has a face like thunder as he makes his way towards the technical area. It's an embrace from his coach. Zakaria will come on. He'll be a much more defensive-minded midfielder. Switzerland look to try and see this game out from a long way out with 65 minutes played, but leading Wales by a goal to nil in Group A of UEFA Euro 2020 on TalkSport. Denmark against Finland at 5 o'clock over on TalkSport 2 with Alex Crook and David Connolly and Jim Proudfoot and Stuart Pearce will bring you Belgium against Russia at 8 o'clock as Kiefer Moore goes down on the far side, challenged by Akanji, and the decision has been given to Switzerland. Gareth Bale, that's the captain, is just having words with Clement Turpin. Moore's looking to hold off Akanji. He goes down and it's a foul.
Curl ball down the channel, Kiefer Moore, like he does in Cardiff. He's running on the side as he's about to control the ball. Defender pushes him in the back. It's a foul.
Throwing down the line for Switzerland is quickly recovered by Wales, but Moore loses out to Akanji. Now Zakaria, first real involvement for him. Mbolo finding Elvedi. It's right to Mbabu, who has had a fine game for Switzerland. Both of the wing-backs have really offered the threat getting forward, but have been secure defensively when required. In the cricket at Edgbaston, New Zealand have been bowled out for 388 on the third day of the second test match against England. Rory Burns, though, has already gone in the second innings. England are 8 for 1, turning New Zealand by 77 runs.
Well, tactically, Nigel, what the manager's done is, like you said, it's a bit early. He's made the change, but he's obviously decided 1-0 will do us. He's took Shaqiri off. He's put Sakara into the middle of midfield. And I think we'll find out if it's good management, but I think Pagey is having a chat now with Kit Simons. He's got to counteract that for us to get a result.
Elvedi goes back towards Sommer. Wales with only one attempt on goal so far. That header from Kiefer Moore, which was tipped over by Jan Sommer very early on in the game. Switzerland have had 16 attempts on goal, but only 3 of those have been on target.
Yeah, it sounds bad, that stat. It's not what we're watching, them stats. 60 sounds like they've battered us, they haven't.
Wales have a throw-in on the far side. I think both teams will have targeted this game as one they need to win, considering the other teams in the group. At the moment, Switzerland are heading towards 3 points, but they have a difficult travel schedule. Following this game, they travel to Rome to face Italy on Wednesday, and then they come back here to Baku for their final game against Turkey. So they will be clocking up the air miles in the next 8 days or so. Wales back-to-back games here in the Azeri capital, both live on TalkSport. Will also be in Rome for the conclusion of the group stage against Italy. Italy comes forward now, down the right-hand side. Freuler makes the challenge, but it's in field towards Ramsey. to get closer together, but they've given the ball away here. And very quickly, Switzerland look to turn defence into attack with Mbabu. Back towards Zakaria. The press from James will force Zakaria back towards his own goal, and then he runs the ball out to play as he receives it back from Fabian Scher, and Wales have a throw-in on this near side. No obvious movement from the Wales bench at the moment. Allen finding Davis. Davis looking to find the space to move forward. It breaks for Kiefer Moore on the edge of the penalty area. Allen now spreading the play wide to the right-hand side, and Roberts. Bale receiving the ball with his back to goal, back towards Roberts again, and here is Bale now, the opportunity to attack Akanji, and it's gone beyond him into the central area, throws it through, looking for Ramsey inside the box, but Switzerland shut the door once again. Now Ben Davis, high cross into the area, brought down by Kiefer Moore. There's confusion there inside the area. Battling for it was Connor Roberts at the far post, and it's hooked away by Rodriguez. And Wales have a throw-in, and they're just beginning to crank up the pressure here. They've gone to a 4-5-1, so they're allowing us to come on to them a little bit more. Ball's just playing a little bit deeper. Now Allen plays it all the way back to the halfway line. And Roden. Davis. The Swiss now playing a lot deeper than they were for much of the opening 70 minutes or so, but they still lead here, and time just beginning to run out for Wales. 19 minutes to play. As Morel finds Roberts on the far side. Wales are just beginning to pick their passes around the penalty area. Here is Bale. Roberts made the run in field from the right. I think Bale was looking for him to overlap, so it's all the way back to Rodon. He tried to find James, but it was quickly cut out by Mbabu, and Switzerland have the opportunity to break once again. Zakaria over the halfway line into the thick of Seferovic, but he's only found Ramsey. Can Wales find the pace on the counter-attack now? Ramsey inside the centre circle, wide towards Allen. Allen finding James. The challenge comes in from Mulvaney, but it's quickly regathered by Ramsey once again. Allen on the halfway line. That's a space for Bale and Roberts down the right-hand side if Wales can work this. Bale now shuffling towards the challenger Freuler on the edge of the penalty area. Cuts back in field, and then a high ball wide to the left, and James again. Early ball towards the penalty area. It's on towards Davis. High cross to the far post. It's too deep initially, but it's headed behind, and it's a Wales corner. Well, great passage of play from us there. Switching it from side to side. Gareth Bale ends up flipping it across, and there's a great bit of third man running in the box. Across to the back post, and they've headed out for a corner, so we could do with a goal now. I think if we get one, we might get two. 17 minutes to play. Dan James makes a weary walk across towards the far side to take the corner kick for Wales. Is this the moment they finally arrive at UEFA Euro 2020? It's played short. Morel with the cross. The header is in! Kiefer Moore with the equaliser! And that is why he had to be in this Wales team. Absolutely immense from Kiefer Moore, and Wales are alive at UEFA Euro 2020. Wales won, Switzerland won. Get in there. Robert Page, a genius. We all thought he was going to play Harry Wilson. He stuck with Kiefer Moore, and that's why he's there. Short corner, great ball in. It's a great header. He's attacked the ball. Alan Shearer-like coming towards the ball, guided it in the far corner. Brilliant header, brilliant cross, but the passage of play just before it got us the corner. Well done. Pagey must have been thinking, what's he going to do? Am I going to have to change it? Now he can change his tactics again. But I think we'll go on and win it now. Different game now. But we've got the momentum. And then you've got to say, they were playing well, Switzerland, and their manager has gone to a 4-5-1 a little bit too soon, inviting the pressure on, and it's cost them. Change for Wales as well, and it's David Brooks who is coming on to replace Dan James. And credit to one of the unsung players in the team, Joe Morel. What a cross for that goal.
praising Robert Page. What's he took Dan James off for? I hope he's not injured.
And has just had a word with James as he heads towards the tunnel or the technical area.
He must be.
He is. He's heading back towards the tunnel area.
That is a problem. He's played great. Man of the match for me.
He was too happy at coming off either. He strode towards the tunnel, and he was the player who was creating the danger, but
All game, Nigel. He must be injured.
surely Wales are level. In a game which seemed to be slipping away from them, Kiefer Moore has come up with his 6th international goal. If it wasn't for him, Wales wouldn't be here, and now they've arrived because of him.
Yeah, and his presence in the box, you know, like when you got a big striker, what people sometimes forget is not only, even if they don't score, they stop the defenders heading it out, so you can get people into the box, midfield players, and the ball's dropping around in the box just because of the presence. I mean, we've seen Peter Crouch used to do it. He used to come on and sub, and it was chaos sometimes. Well, Kiefer Moore, he's 6'6". He won't be a Cardiff long.
McCarthy's delighted, you say. Here is Freuler now coming forward, right towards Rodriguez. Wales have to be careful here. They don't concede, having worked so hard to score the equalising goal. It's Akari inside the penalty. A quick cross to the far post. He was heading back across the face of goal by Mbolo, but the ball had spun behind. And it's a goal kick for Wales. But once again, Braylon Mbolo showing what a fine player he can be.
Well, my stomach turned there as that ball was in the air. Nigel, it's going, you can see from where we sat, it's going right on Mbolo's header. Great ball in. Fortunately, he just couldn't get his head round it. It was just a little bit too high.
1-1. Davis with a high ball in, looking for Kiefer Moore. It's over here, was it? Yes, it was. It's gone behind before it was delivered back in field. And it's a goal kick.
Looks like a straight swap. Brooks for James. Bale's come over to this side of the pitch, the left-hand side. Brooks has gone on the right. Whether they'll swap over again, we'll see. Right, we've got the momentum now. You've got to be brave now and go for it.
The Wales fans dancing away to our left-hand side. 1-1 the scoreline. Thanks to Kiefer Moore. The big debate all week here in Baku was, would he play, should he play? And he showed there why he had to play.
I know he's a Cardiff player, and I want Cardiff to do well. Swansea and Newport, but I think Kiefer Moore's going to end up in the Premier League.
Now there's a challenge by Freuler on the halfway.
I think Kiefer Moore's going to end up in the Premier League.
Now there's a challenge by Freuler on the halfway. On Mepham. Wales have a free kick. Mepham is absolutely furious with the nature of the challenge. He got the ball away from Freuler. Freuler just trod on his Achilles. That's a nasty one.
Yeah, they heard them. Two studs down the back of your Achilles.
But Wales play on. Brooks found by Roberts on the far side, the right. Moore and Bell wait in the centre. Brooks delivers a low ball towards the edge of the penalty area. It's Morrell. He plays it square. Lining up the shot is Davis, and this time he never really gets hold of it. It spins off the outside of his right boot, and it's behind for a goal kick. And we have 11 minutes to play on TalkSport, live at the Euros here in Baku. Wales 1, Switzerland 1. Wales scoring with only their second effort on target, and they both come from Kiefer Moore headers. Umbola on this near side, quickly challenged by Bale, and Wales come away with the ball, but Umbola goes down sufficiently to ensure he gets the free kick.
So 10 minutes ago, Bolo dropped into a 4-5-1 just behind the striker. He's now been pushed back up there, and they were causing us problems. Them two strikers started getting the better of Roden and Mepham, and now he's back up there again, so I'm a bit worried about that. Need some help.
Barber's ball forward is quickly cut out by the bearded Joe Allen on the near side, but it's a throw-in for Switzerland in front of their technical area, and Vladimir Pekovic made the change very early on to go more defensive and take off Shaqiri, and maybe it's come back to bite him.
Yeah, right now they need Shaqiri.
Molo pokes it on towards Seferovic inside the penalty area. Roden as well to initially hold him up, but Seferovic is strong enough to win it back. Another shot guided into the penalty area by Zakaria. It's blocked and breaks kindly for Wales, and they will try and break now with Bale down the left-hand side. A good ball forward as well. Here is Ramsey, but Elvedi tracked him, and it's a throw-in to Wales. But the game is so stretched now. So many tired players up there in the heat. It could go either way with 10 minutes to play here on TalkSport.
But what Kiefer Moore just done there is as important as getting shots off. He's on the halfway line, we clear the ball, and because he's on his toes, he gets to the clearance first, holds it up, that gets us up the pitch. If he's on his heels and centre-backs keep getting in front of him, they just have him wave and wave of attack.
Throwing for Wales on this near side. Davis long towards the penalty area, and the blonde-haired Elvedi will clear, but Wales win it back, and here is Davis now in a crossing position, but Mbabu comes across to wrap his legs around and make the challenge, and it's a throw-in for Wales by the corner flag on this near side, and we have 9 minutes to play on TalkSport here in the capital of Azerbaijan, and it's the Wales fans who are singing at the moment. Wales pushing hard for a winner after trailing for so long in the second half. Bale is winding up for the long throw, and he's got bags of room to prepare for it on this near side. Kiefer Moore will surely be the target once again. Low and flat from Bale in towards the penalty area. It's not clear. Fly back in by Morrell, but it was blocked well on the edge of the box by Seferovic. Rebounds back towards Mepham. Mepham with a low ball forward towards Brooks, but Brooks was lightweight in the challenge, but Joe Allen went it back, hooks the ball over his shoulder, looking for Bale, who challenges for it with Mbabu. It's back towards Bale again, the back heel, releasing Brooks, great ball into the penalty area, and it's just beyond the Wales player who was coming in at the far post, and Wales there were inches away. It was Aaron Ramsey who was so close to the winning goal.
Well, what a ball. Brooks, his left foot slid it across the face, inviting a tap in, and Aaron Ramsey, maybe with the full game under his belt, he might have got his toe on that.
That was almost gathered in Euro 96, inches away.
Would you take a draw? Or do you think we should go for the win?
Well, I think they should go for the win, but in the circumstances, a draw's probably not a bad result, but a long way to go as Zakaria comes forward into the penalty area, challenging Davis, fouling Davis, and it will be a free kick. But whatever happens here, Dean, I think the way Wales have played in the last 20 minutes or so will give them so much optimism heading forward into two tough games.
Yeah, you know, teams are allowed to score past it first, and how you react to that? Are you going to put your head down, or are you going to say, well, come on? You know, it happens every day in training. When we have 8v8, someone goes in front first. You don't drop your head in training, so don't do it in the game. So they haven't dropped their head. They're coming back at the Swiss. I'm just a bit concerned in trying to get the winner. Are we going to leave the two centre-backs 2v2?
Mario Gavranovic is coming on to replace Haris Seferovic. Seferovic had a couple of decent chances in the first half, but he's rather wilted in the heat here. by Roberts. He pings it forward looking for Ramsey, but it's quickly cut out by Xhaka. Wide towards the far side, and Mbola. Now Xhaka again. Zakaria in support for him, but it's back to the halfway line. And Cher has given room to bring the ball forward for Switzerland. Mbola turning on the edge of the area. Lays it back in field to Xhaka. Xhaka finding Cher, who heads it on. It's flicking towards Gavranovic. And Gavranovic with his first touch has scored for Switzerland. Wales appealing for offside, but nothing was given. And after working so hard to equalise, Wales may have lost this in the final 5 minutes. Mario Gavranovic has made it 2-1 to Switzerland.
Looked offside. We see the replay now. It's offside. Well, it's offside. Clearly offside. So the ball's got played into the middle, flicked into our box, and ball has got above Connor Roberts, headed it into the middle of the goal, and he's offside.
Well, Wales are saying it's offside, and Danny Ward still has the ball inside the penalty area. Switzerland are celebrating, and they are checking it on VAR. Francois Letexier is the French VAR. They're checking for that potential offside leading up to the goal.
Are the viewers on television, or are we going to get to see the lines?
Well, this is drama here in Baku. The second day of Euro 2020.
Definitely offside.
Switzerland believe they've scored a potential winning goal.
I'm looking at the screen now. It's flashing.
And the referee has given offside.
Well done.
Thank goodness for that. No goal. And Wales, their fans celebrate as if they've scored. It is back to 1-1 with 4 minutes to play. Switzerland are denied. It was a wonderful move, but Gavranovic made his move too soon before he volleyed the ball beyond Danny Ward. He was offside, and Wales can breathe again.
Now, I can understand the linesman not getting it right, but it was one of them balls that gets flicked over the top of your defence, and the striker's up making a run, sprinting through, and the ball, as it's looped over, he's a yard offside. Thank goodness.
1-1 it remains. 3.5 minutes to play here on TalkSport. What a dramatic second half we've had here in the capital of Azerbaijan as Ramsey looks to win it back from Elvedi deep inside the penalty area. That was the first touch for Gavranovic, but he made his move too soon in behind Mepham. And on our monitors we can see the Wales fans celebrating that VAR decision. Sometimes it goes for you, and it has for Wales here today.
On the upside, we've shown some courage and determination to fight, and brilliant to get back in the game. On the downside of today,
it was an opportunity for Switzerland, breaking forward again. The shot is wide though from the edge of the penalty area, and it was Gavranovic again, and once again the flag is raised for offside, not against him. He fired the ball towards the edge of the penalty area, and it took a touch off a Switzerland player, and the free kick has been given to Wales.
he is an experienced striker who's got goals in the past, but the downside I was going to say, exactly again what I was going to say, our two centre-backs are struggling to play against two strikers at this level. So Robert Page is going to have to have a look at that.
Well, they only have one striker on Wednesday, Yilmaz.
And he's just won the league more or less on his own. Right foot though, got blocked. Could have gone in.
90 seconds of normal time to play, 1-1 here in Baku. Mbola, who has been excellent, running the ball through beyond Freuler. He's got support from Zakaria inside the penalty area, right-hand side. Great crossing from Zakaria, and it's blocked at the near post by Rodon, and it will be a corner for Switzerland, and they are going for the winning goal here.
Well, we've got away with it again. We are like a sieve in the middle of our midfield. They're just running through us. Strikers are getting too much service, getting too many balls rolled into the feet. We've got to address that.
Rodriguez will take the corner. The previous one from this side led to the goal from Mbolo. Wales have got to stand firm here in the 90th minute in Baku. Rodriguez with the delivery high into the penalty. Another free header, and this time it's tipped over the top by Ward. And it was Mbolo once again. They didn't learn the lesson, and Danny Ward has bailed Wales out in the 90th minute.
That's exactly the same thing. But they've swapped. Joe Allen's marking him.
You put somebody smaller on him.
I don't get it. He stood 4 yards out, having a wrestle with Joe Allen, who's 5'7".
Wales have got to clear this. It's an outswinger this time from Rodriguez, and keep the ball rising, and Wales do clear, but it's won back by Xhaka. Clever touch to find Rodriguez again. The cross is driven in all the way to the far post. It's controlled by Zakaria. High ball in again, and Wales have the opportunity to clear, but in the end it's headed behind by David Brooks. I'm not sure he got a call, but he knew that Rodriguez was somewhere in the vicinity, and Switzerland have a corner here, and we are into an additional 5 minutes here on TalkSport. 1-1.
Come on, got to defend properly from this corner. They could have scored 4 from corners.
Rodriguez again with the outswinger, and it's over the head of Akanji. And Zakaria will have to track back to this near side to keep the ball in play. Plays it back towards Xhaka. Now Zakaria once again. And Wales are very deep on the edge of their own penalty area. And there are some very tired players out there, and Wales will have to do so much conditioning work over the next 3 days or so before they play Switzerland, play Turkey here on Wednesday. As Switzerland come forward again. 4 minutes of added time to play. 1-1. I think Wales would take a point at this stage. Zakaria back towards Xhaka on the edge of the penalty area. Clips it in. Headed away well, though, at the near post by Rodon. And there's an opportunity for Wales to break, but it's given away by Morel. And Mbabu can challenge on the edge of the penalty. He finds Gavranovic, and the shot is tipped away superbly.
What a save, Danny Ward. He's given offside the linesman, but it's still an unbelievable save from Danny Ward. They've got in again, playing football in front of our 2 centre-backs, slid a through ball, he's just offside. It's the same player. Gavranovic has got in again, trying to hit it across Danny Ward, and he's got a tip on it, but he was offside.
Change for Wales. Ethan Ampadu is coming on, and Aaron Ramsey is coming off. His fitness has held up for 92 minutes. And Ampadu will come on to try and hold the surges from the Swiss right down the centre.
I think, like you said at half-time about the running stats, I think you'll find Ramsey has covered a lot of ground today. And Bale, without really having the normal impact they have, but Dan James, I thought, played great. I've got to say this, as blunt as this, and I've been a manager, I know how difficult it is. I think their managers cost them the game.
He took off Shaqiri when the game wasn't won.
Shaqiri should be on there now, he's the best player.
No doubt that Danny Ward has been Wales' best player today, but his clearance downfield knocks over a drinks dispenser inside the Wales technical area. And we are into the 93rd minute here. 2 more games coming up across the TalkSport network at 5 o'clock. Denmark against Finland on TalkSport 2. And then Belgium against Russia. That match in St. Petersburg, we'll have it at 8 o'clock on TalkSport. England tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Scotland on Monday at the same time, but Wales hanging on for a draw here in their opening game as Mbolo drives across into the penalty area, and it's blocked at the near post, and it will be another corner for Switzerland.
We need the whistle to go, Nigel. We need him to blow up. We're hanging on.
Corner on the far side, which Rodriguez will take. Akanji looks to make that run towards the near post, which we've seen him do already. The outswinger from Rodriguez, flat delivery as well, and somehow it's defended. I don't think anybody got a decisive touch. Now Xhaka's ball back into the area, and Danny Ward is there to claim, and you can hear the sighs of relief from the red wall on the far side, and also here in the commentary box.
Yeah. I mean, before the game you take a 1-1.
You said 1-1, didn't you?
Yeah. did. I just thought both teams nervous, both teams happy with the draw, to be honest. As long as you don't lose the first game, you're still in it. We needed to win this game, really, but a draw's not a disaster.
Both teams, of course, have Turkey and Italy still to come.
Turkey won't be that bad again.
Let's hope they are on Wednesday. Canyon with a high ball forward for Switzerland once again. Good defending though. Roden heads it forward. Kiefer Moore knocks it down for Bale. We've got 15 seconds of added time to play as Gareth Bale gets those legs to move down the left side. Looks to break towards the penalty area. Only Brooks in the centre. But the challenge comes in from Elvedi, and there may just be time here for Wales to hurl this ball into the penalty area.
A long throw, Gareth Bale. Who are you going to aim it at? Maybe Kiefer Moore. Got the 6-yard box, throw it on his head, flick on, surround Kiefer Moore and hope the ball drops to one of our players. We win the game.
This will surely be the final movement of the game. Davis will take the throw in, short to Bale, and that is it. Honours even here in Baku. Wales come back to earn a point in their first game at UEFA Euro 2020. Thanks to Kiefer Moore, a thumping header. With 16 minutes to play, Switzerland took off Xherdan Shaqiri, and that seemed to cost them in the end. Both sides could have won it towards the end. Switzerland piled on the pressure, but the red